Looks like we're going to be rained out for a little while this morning, so thought I'd take you through the barn, let you meet some of our horses and meet some of the people that are in our lives every day that are pretty important to us, and just let you know what it's like here at Steve Ross Reining Horses on a daily basis. One of the things that's fun for us this year is we have 3 of our own show horses that we're going to be competing on throughout the year. This is the captain of our squad. This is Joe. He's 7. Boo will be competing on him in the non-pro division of the NRHA Derbies. Really good horse. This will be her 3rd season to compete on him. The first one, she was just kind of getting to know him. Last year, she started really getting with him at the end of the year and getting some things worked out. And we feel like this is going to be his last year of Derby eligibility. He's going to have a really strong year. Just getting a set of shoes put on right now. It's a really nice horse. My buddy Josh Lyons trained him, showed him at the NRHA Futurity. I think made the level 3 finals on him. But then Josh has gone giving clinics a lot, and the horse is just kind of sitting around. So we were able to get him acquired a few years ago, and he's been a great first Derby horse for Boo. Just a fun little horse, talented, and he's made her a lot better rider because he hasn't always been the easiest horse, but I think she's set for a great year on him. So excited about little Joe. This is our pride and joy. This is a little mare we bought about 3 years ago. We call her Moon Pie. She has a registered name, but I can't remember it. Boo's about to take her and turn her out. It's raining, so we're not going to ride this morning, but horses need to get outside. We bring them in at night to keep them looking good, but we like them to stay outside all day and get some exercise too. This mare was kind of slow to mature. We bought her at the end of her 3-year-old year from Tamarack Ranch, and the plan was for Boo to show her, but she just didn't want to get ready as a 4-year-old. Then I showed her once as a 5-year-old Darcy, a bad dog. But another one that, like, it took us a long time to get her built, but I think she's set. This is going to be her 6-year-old year, so she'll be competing in the non-pro derbies along with Joe too. But the sweetest mare that's ever lived. Her favorite snack is bananas. You'll probably see her getting a lot of bananas. She's a real people horse. Really, really talented mare. It's just, you know, reining is hard and it's so competitive, and you know, you got to have these horses just so well schooled and so precise. And when they got a couple little physical challenges like she had just with her conformation, it's just taken us a little longer to get her trained, but we always felt like she was worth it because she's so kind and she's so willing. This mare just never says no to anything you ask her to do, and just unbelievably physically talented. So really glad that we put the couple of years that we have into her. We've all gotten to where we just love her. We have 2 babies coming by embryo transfer from her this year. So it kind of behooves us to put some earnings on her this year to make those babies worth having. She's only got a couple thousand on her now, if that. No, what's she won? 200?
Yeah, I just showed her twice at the end of the year.
And she was good. One time you missed both end markers.
Not on her, on Joe.
Okay, anyway.
Yeah, I finished up 2nd in the affiliate finals on her.
But she starts out Cactus Classic in March in the non-pro derby. Why not just start out at the toughest non-pro derby in the world? See what we got. She's eligible for all 4 levels in the non-pro, so we got several shots at taking home checks. Our plan is to enter every division this year. Kind of like playing the slots. If you do hit a jackpot, you want to make sure you had max coin invested so you get the big jackpot. This is not a mare we're ever planning on selling. We like her so much. We want to ride her babies. So we got 2 foals coming by her next year. One by Downright Amazing and one by Spook's Got a Spark. So 2 great stallions, great minds, great mothers, everything we look for. And we just feel like she's just as much a part of the family as one of our dogs. It's a good girl. So you'll be hearing a lot about the Moon Pie. She's already a social media phenom. Maybe people will send you bananas, Moon. Right here, Jordan Sweeten. I call her Joe. Talk about my right arm. She's the one that actually runs things around here. I call her Radar O'Reilly because every time I ask her for something, she's standing there handing it to me. Great rider, great person. Love working with Jo. She's been with us a few years. Grew up in Buffalo, New York. Moved down here to Arizona to pursue her horse riding dreams and aspirations, and we're so lucky to have her. She's just best person. Never have to worry about Jo being here looking after the horses. And another one that kind of like Moon Pie, we feel like she's part of the family. Like you, Sprout. We kind of like animals. Split into two sides. Boo and I keep our horses and our sale horses over on that side. This side we lease to our friend Kendall Wolmer, KBRW Performance Horses. Kendall does a great job. Started her business here. We've known Kendall a long time. First class person. Since we don't train for the public anymore, we have a real luxury of being able to refer clients that don't have a coach to Kendall, and she's just done an incredible job. Great with the horses, great with the people. Super nice person, a really talented rider, and I love when she rides our horses because they always seem to get better. And she's somebody you're going to be hearing a lot from, and we're sure glad she's here. For now. It's one of Steve's many side hustles. It's a saltwater spa. There's a lot of competition horses that live around us, so it's one of the services we offer. And we use it for our own horses. Bought it from a local guy that builds these, and had this little 6-stall barn here we weren't really doing anything with, so we put that in there. And then we got a couple of traders. I love these guys. This is like barn finds for car guys. 2 geldings we found in Nebraska. We call them pancakes and waffles. Really cool horses, 6 and a 7-year-old, raised on a ranch. They've both got 3 brands on them. The story was they were started as 2-year-olds, but it's been in the pasture for 5 years. And we bought them over the phone, so I didn't know how wild they'd be, but actually they've been great. This is a really nice horse here, soft mover. He's going to be kind of my project this year. I don't know that I'll put a ton of time into him, but probably 6 or 8 months. Really nice. Emily's riding him right now. Doing a great job. He got a little sore last week, so he's had a couple days off. Something in the back end. He just looked like he was short stepping a little. I don't know what it is, but around here, the minute a horse starts to get a little sore, we just give them a break. If they need vet attention, they'll get it, but a lot of times, horses, just like human athletes, and they'll pull a muscle or get a little sore, and the best thing you can do is just back off. Boy, you look great. It's a big ranchy gelding here. I've ridden him a few times. Emily's been riding him. This is the other half of pancakes and waffles. Is he 7 or 6? Which one is which?
He is 7 and he's 6. So he's coming 8 and he's coming 7.
Yeah, they're about to have birthdays. Lucky. So you'll get to see me riding these guys. We're supposed to video him tomorrow and hopefully get him sold. We don't have a lot of money in these. And the one thing you don't want to do when you're trying to make a little money on a horse, which is what we do here because we're in the horse business, is you can't keep them too long because no matter how much you love them, overhead will kind of outrun you. If you didn't notice, this never stops. And we like to keep our horses in great clean stalls and nice turnouts. So there's a lot of upkeep that goes along with it. We try to do the best job we can, teach these horses to be the best horses they can so that they're ensured they get a good life, and whoever gets them will treat them well. I feel like it's our responsibility to make a well-mannered, easy to operate horse that more often than not usually ends up that horse goes to a really nice home where he's appreciated and they don't get bounced around a lot. So that's what we're trying to do for these 2 guys, give them enough education that they'll land somewhere where they'll really be looked after and cared for. They're really nice, just great ranch bred horses. He's by a son of Mr. Baron Red, and I like that his dam is by unknown out of unknown. I didn't think there were any of those left, but I don't know. Grandma was probably a cavalry remount mare at one time. Anyway, these guys are fun projects. I look forward to you seeing them. Right, Bear? It's our other project for the year. This is Knox. This is a 2-year-old filly. Our plan is, if Knox is down with it, is to show her next fall in the 3-year-old division in the non-pro futurities. We looked for this filly for a long time because we had a kind of limited budget. and wanted something that we felt like Boo could be competitive on in the non-pro futurity division. I think Boo's a really good rider, and it's difficult for non-pros in the 3-year-old division because since the horses are so young, they don't have a lot of familiarity with them many times. And you know, our plan is that Boo rides her in schools her every day. We're not sending her to a trainer. We're going to do all the work ourselves. Little mare fits her. We just need her to grow up. She's kind of that skinny kid that can hit the ball real hard. Like, she's not physically very big and strong now, but super strong to ride. Big, hard stopping mare. A lot of foot speed, great minded, really smooth to lope around. So for what we do, we feel like, you know, by the time she's 4 or 5, like Moon Pie, she's going to really come into being a nice mare. And that's kind of the only way we can afford to have a really top horse like that, is we have to kind of bet on the come, buy them young, and then build them and develop them our own. One thing about us, we're not on a strict time schedule, and we do our own horses, so we have the luxury of kind of letting them grow up in their own time, and we're just going to let Noxie come to the party when she's ready. Mentally, I think she's going to be great as a 3-year-old. I just need her to get a little physically stronger. Her height doesn't bother me. She's got good bone and great big feet, as you can see, and she's never had an unsound day and really clean legs. But I just want her to get a little stronger. I don't like to overload them when they're too young, and just because she's precocious and willing to do a lot now, just let her come up. But I'm excited for you guys to see her ride every day. I think we're rained out today, at least for now. But cool mare going around. Boo's already bonded with her. Just had her for, what, 2 weeks now?
Not even.
Yeah, that was her Christmas present. So it should be a great year. I'm looking forward to, one of the ego trips about owning horses is it's like you own your own little tiny sports franchise. And we got 3 really good players this year and a great quarterback. And I guess I'm the general manager. I'm not even the head coach anymore. I was kind of, you know, moved into an upstairs position. But I love it. I love the decision-making process. Shopping for this mare was so much fun. And it's going to be fun to see her develop. Or not, as we know. The best laid plans of mice and men can go awry when you start trying to train them to do stuff. Is that Shakespeare? I think it was Shakespeare. This is Murphy.
King of the barn.
He's like 10 years old. We've had him since he was a yearling. Boo's done everything on him. He was the biggest tool in the history of tools for the first 5 years of his life, and refused to accept my advanced training techniques and methods. Then he grew up. He's the best horse ever. We lease him to little kids to show in the short stirrup. And there's a lady here in Scottsdale that rides him, and he's just always going to live with us, but he still likes to go and teach little kids how to horse show, and he's just the best horse ever. A pretty horse. We both fell in love with him. We saw him in the stall at the EE ranches up there in North Texas, and Boo and I just looked at him as soon as we saw him lope off on the lunge line and said, we're going to buy that one. And we did. He wasn't what we thought he was going to be, but he's wound up being a better horse than we could have ever imagined, and just the best guy ever. Boo would take him over me any day of the week. So he just gets to hang around and live in semi-retirement, have fun, get looked after. I think it's a little wet. We get so excited when it rains in Arizona because it never happens, but I took my daughter to the airport about 5 o'clock this morning in Phoenix, and it rained on me all the way home. It's kind of just been steady drizzling here, so we may have to hold off to ride for a little while. Boo ran over this arena and sealed it so the water will run off, and we've worked on it a lot in the last couple of years. Dogs, come here. Rabbits. Moose, come back. So well trained. Good Lord. So I guess we're rained out today, which is kind of a bummer because I wanted to ride, but hardly ever rains in Arizona, so it's nice. I guess we're going to start some colts and do some grooming and hopefully have a... Okay, there's one.